Create tab will appear in PowerPoint once you've registered. It's divided into groups. The first group is presentation. In the new drop-down, we save the client's customized templates, either populated or not, and formatted in your company's house style. In the presentation group, you can also change header and footer information here. In the options drop-down, various toggle on and off options, such as the draft stamp or the file name. And you can display or hide PowerPoint guides, and you can save as a PDF. The insert group is where you will insert slides. There's no need to use native PowerPoint to insert slides. Layouts contains a series of pre-formatted slide layouts. They contain placeholders for text, tables, charts, etc. They can be inserted individually. They'll be inserted after the slide that you have selected. Or you can click and drag to insert multiple slides. The placeholders on the layouts are set up correctly with formatted text and bullets, so as you type, the formats are correct. The library consists of common slides containing frequently used drawing objects. So these are populated slides containing objects such as organisation charts, flags, maps. You can insert them as a whole slide, or you can insert just the shape on your slide that you have selected. There are puzzles in there, process diagrams, the idea being that everything you need is in here. There shouldn't be a need to recreate anything from scratch. You can divide your presentation into sections using section dividers such as this and appendix dividers. To add one, just click on the slide after which you wish it to be inserted, and from the dividers drop down there are various options. I'll just show you the basic section divider. Type in your title, click OK, and a new section divider will be inserted. You can then list those section and appendix dividers on an agenda. There are a few types of agenda available. This presentation already has some dividers, so I'm adding the agenda and I'll choose to generate it from the divider slide with hyperlinks. Click OK. And the agenda will be inserted after the title slide in the presentation. If anything changes in your presentation, you can just type directly onto the divider slide in this case, and then update your agenda, and it will be updated. The Auto Text drop-down contains frequently used elements that make up the presentation. So subtitles, sources, notes, placeholders, and titles. All of these can be customized and further items can be added. Pre-formatted tables are available in the Tables group. To insert a table, place your cursor in a placeholder so that it's sized and positioned correctly on the slide. Click Insert, choose your number of rows and columns, and the table will be inserted. You can format existing tables. I've got an unformatted table here. Select it, click on the Format drop-down, Whole Table, choose your table style. These are all fully customizable, and click OK. The Format group helps with the formatting of slides and objects, and also contains the colour palette, which you can apply to a shape. You can click once, select a shape, click on the colour palette and apply any colour. We also store text formats here. In this task pane launcher, bottom right, there's a little arrow. It will launch the task pane on the right hand side, listing all the styles associated with your open presentation, and from there you can just select your text to be selected and apply a different style. Table and data can be imported from Excel, and these become linked objects. I'll place my cursor in a placeholder, go to Excel, choose some data to copy across, select it. I can format it before I send it, or if I'm happy with the formatting, I can just resize it to fit the placeholder. From the Send to PowerPoint drop-down, choose Preview Scale Excel columns to make sure it fits that placeholder that I have my cursor in. and it will fit it to 100%. Then I'm ready to send it. Send to PowerPoint as a picture original size. It's pasted into that placeholder. Similarly, charts, with your cursor in a placeholder, go back to Excel. I've got a chart already created here. I'm ready to send it. I can make sure it's sized to fit that placeholder by choosing Send to PowerPoint, Excel chart resized only. It's taken me back to PowerPoint. That's been pasted in at 100%, and both of those options and the previous two objects that I had already inserted are listed in this linked objects dialog. If I click on a linked object, it will highlight it in that dialog, and it will show me the full file path, name and range, so you'll see it's linked. So back in Excel, if the data changes, let's change the chart and the table. Save the Excel file because it will look at the most recently saved version. And then back in PowerPoint, you can update selected. If you've got a lot of charts and tables, that will save a little bit of time. It will look to the most recently saved version and update it. Or you can also choose from the update drop down to update charts and tables, etc. Charts only, tables only. Update selected will update the table. There's also an option to package up all of your linked Excel files with the current PowerPoint presentation and save it as a PSL PKG file, which can then be sent to another location, unpackaged, and everything will be relinked to the new location. The quick slides is a quick way of inserting various layout slides. So if we go over to Excel now, again, the ribbon is divided into groups. Workbook is where we would save the client's workbooks. The tables option is where we would format data. Because you're in Excel, you can select a whole selection, click on Format Selection, apply your base table format, but then actually keep this dialog open and move between your selections. So in this case, I might just select 2 rows and I can apply a different format, keeping the dialog open and reviewing the formatting. I can send it to PowerPoint or Word, depending on where my document is. The format group contains options for formatting my worksheet, such as multiplying and dividing numbers by a certain amount. I can add footnotes and I can apply number formats again. This is fully customizable. And we also have the text formats here, the same way that we have in PowerPoint. The charts group contains options to create and format charts and send them to Word and PowerPoint, and options to add various elements such as a second axis, an axis split, shading to denote average or forecast areas, and options to make the plot area of 2 charts the same size. To create a chart, I'll just delete this one that I have here. I'll select my data, click on New Chart, and this contains options to create standard charts and non-standard charts. Similar to the Excel dialog, but it will apply a chart theme at the same time. The chart themes are fully customizable. So here I'll just create a standard line chart. I'll click Dark Light Excel because Excel formatting will apply a white background to the chart, so it's easier to see in Excel. And there's my formatted chart ready to send to PowerPoint or Word. If the chart type that you select is a non-standard chart, such as a price volume chart, so for this I will select my data, click on New Chart and choose Price Volume, choose my chart theme. The chart wizard will open. It will recognize that it's a non-standard chart. It will populate the fields according to your selection. I know in this case it's correct. I can click OK, and there's my price volume chart. Waterfall is another popular non-standard chart. As long as you lay your data out correctly, such as I have here, click on New Chart, choose your chart type, choose your chart theme, click OK. confirm your data selection. You can also add another series and a comparison column. I'll just stick with the single series. You'll see dummy data is created on the top of your worksheet. I can stretch this out just so that you can see it, and there's your waterfall chart. So that's a quick look at Excel. Let's nip over to Word now. In Word, the Create ribbon looks very similar to PowerPoint. It's divided into groups along the top here. Document is where we would save the client's customized templates, and the similar options available for headers and footers information. Styles are the frequently used styles pertaining to the document that you're in. The Insert group allows you to insert a placeholder for an exhibit, such as a chart or table. I have a table here. To insert an exhibit, I can click on Exhibit, choose from the various options. I can choose a 2-up in this case, and it will give me a title, row, and place for 2 objects. With my cursor in the first cell of the exhibit, I can choose a table, very similar to PowerPoint, and again it's formatted for you to type in. Also here you can insert tables and charts from Excel as you can in PowerPoint, and the View Links dialog will work in exactly the same way. The Insert group also allows you to insert pages of a different orientation, and it will fix the headers and footers. I've got a portrait document here. I can insert a landscape. It will insert the correct section breaks, and it will fix the headers and footers. And in the library, we can store frequently used objects or selections of text. Some people insert their biographies in here, or frequently used images, graphics, case studies. And again, it will insert them correctly in the presentation, formatted and positioned correctly on the page. Help files are available in all 3 packages. Click on Create Help, and from here you can browse through all of the functionality of whatever package that you're in. Moving over to our other PowerPoint package, Compare. So Compare works like Track Changes in Word. It will compare any 2 PowerPoint presentations and produce either a detailed or a red line compare report as a PDF, which will show the changes. The Compare ribbon will appear alongside the Create ribbon. I've got a PowerPoint presentation here, just 6 slides, so that it just for the purposes of this demo. I'm going to produce a summary red line report, so I'll click on this, and the dialog opens. I need to choose my 2 presentations that I'm going to compare. So my first one is the current presentation, so I'll check that box. And for the original presentation, I will browse to the location and I will check version 1. You can then choose how the front cover of the PDF will look. You can add a logo if you wish, or you can add some notes down at the bottom here. You can also choose what should be included in the comparison. I'll stick with the default for now. It's going to pick up things such as formatting and it's going to ignore formatting changes and shape, move, and in resize, because I want to focus on the text changes. I'll click OK, and it will go ahead and analyze the slides. It will then produce a summary red line report. It will go through each slide, compare them, and then it will produce a PDF. It will summarize what it's found in the compare report dialog, tell me that it's complete, click OK, and it will take me to the PDF. So here's my front cover where I could have added my logo if I wished, and then it will show each slide with the changes. Blue text means it's been added and red means it's been deleted. And then at the end of the PDF, it will list all the changes in a document change summary table. If I'd requested a detailed report, it would look like this. It would display each slide from each presentation side by side with a table of changes beneath. There's also an option to merge the changes. So this will combine the two PowerPoint presentations into a new merged PowerPoint presentation, and you can view all the differences and choose to accept or reject them in a merge report before they're included in the final new merged PowerPoint presentation. And finally, Repair, which is our package in Excel to fix slow, corrupt or unwieldy Excel files. When files have been recycled multiple times, they can become very large and unwieldy. So Repair will scan an Excel file for errors, unused named ranges, unused cell styles, and it will give the user the option to fix them. So I have quite a simple workbook here, but it has all of those errors in it. If I click on Start Repair, I can choose to use my active workbook, or I can browse to another one. I'll click Next. It's only a small Excel file, so it has already scanned the Excel file and it's come up with what it's found. So inactive defined range names, it's found 62 with a green flag, so that won't take very long to fix. Custom cell styles, it's found quite a few, so there's a warning with a red flag that it may take a few minutes, and then excess worksheet areas. You can choose to fix all of these options or just some of them. Click Next. It will tell you that it will go ahead and start the repair, and depending on how many it will find, depends on how long it will take. It then summarizes what it's done, and it tells you the original file size and the new file size. So you can see this has gone down from 332 kilobytes to 66. Go to File. It will fix the file and save a copy of the file in a new location, so your original file is unaffected. Okay, that's it. Thank you.